Hello everyone, this is FallenDice and welcome to episode 19 of Burpcraft Feed the Beast with FallenDice. Today we start on what I don't know how long this is going to take me. I don't know if I'm going to do this, in a couple or what, but we are going to set up our storage and processing. I have spent probably a day and a half in creative working through all the different interfaces and stuff and how to make this work and kind of planning. So, first thing we have to do is build and create a bunch of items. Probably going to do most of that off camera. As we get to them, I'll bring them up in NEI to kind of show what they are. But I'm thinking probably, I don't know, maybe we'll do these front here first. We should probably actually set up the whole system for our storage first. So that'll be our first thing, is to get all of our barrels put in here. I think we'll put all barrels in this front here. We might even put all 4 rows. Now that we have the ability with the ME system to not have to put in from the top or anything, we can actually just load it up. Except for the corners. If I have one here and one there, I can't do that. I'll figure that part out. But we'll get this stuff set up. And then I'm thinking maybe I'll probably put like some chests and stuff back here. And there'll be a couple actually of the ME storage chest, because the issue with when you put new things into the system, even if with the chest it'll only put one item in, so for once we start creating different items and things, we need a place for it to go until we pick it up. So yeah, let's head on over here really fast though. Some changes that are upcoming. We will probably be obviously changing this episode, just in putting the items here, because I won't be needing the hoppers anymore. There's a lot of changes here, so you know what, let's just get to the item creation. We got a lot of stuff we need to make and everything, so I'm gonna get those built. We'll go over them briefly, what they are, and then we'll start with the storage part so we can get this all moved, and then from there we'll start with our first branch, probably the one back here, but there's going to be three more unique processing areas, and we'll just maybe hit one an episode, or we'll see how it is. I'm not going to do super amount of building on camera just because that's going to take a long time, but lots of little check-ins. Over here is where our system's going to be set up. So this part here is going to be my crafting thing. Great word. What do we call that? The assembler. There we go. So, minimum size 4x4, and you can get bigger and bigger. The bigger it is, the more slots you have for the CPUs to speed up the crafting and for actual patterns. Reason I'm going oddly is because of the way these rooms are set up. If you can see, two wide door. So this is an even number on the floor here, but if you look through here, right down the middle, this is an odd. So we're going 5 wide. So we're centered in the room here, and 4, so we're centered here. So still centered in the room, and it's a different, unique type of thing. These will be some of my different blocks for controlling it. The access point, an actual ME storage chest. Some of the other things will be in the floor here just for added effect, and I might actually run the ME cables as a pattern as well into these, just to kind of do something to the floor. I'll see that as I go, but that's kind of the idea. So first thing I'm going to do though is I want to come over here. I'm going to start pulling items out of the system here and putting them over there, and that's actually going to take a while because a lot of these things have full inventory stacks, so it's going to take a bit of running back and forth, and it'll also help me kind of decide what I want my initial design to be. And I'm thinking I'm going to start out here with probably ores, not ores, ingots. We're not going to have ores anywhere in the system. If they end up anywhere, it will actually be in the ME chest, and that'll only be long enough for it to be sent to its whatever place to be smelted or however we're planning on doing that. So this is only going to be finished product. So I may do things like blocks and ingots, gems. We'll find different ways of kind of grouping things, but I'm going to do all that off camera. So when I come back here, everything that's over there should be over here, and I'm actually going to set it up so that our quarry is going to be sending all this new stuff over here as well. That way, once this is all in, we can put in our brains and we'll have access to everything here, and then we can start over there on the next part of the processing. So I'm going to do that real fast. Well, real fast. For you, real fast. I'm going to do that, and then I will be back. We are ready, I think. Let's head on over here. I ended up running the quarries another time, so we should have plenty of resources now. You can see I've got stacks of blocks now for all my ores. Almost, well, just over 4 stacks of diamonds now. I still have over 7 stacks of crystal or quartz now, in addition to 10 stacks of the dust after all the stuff I made. So we're sitting pretty good there. For now, this is going to work. This is going to be how I'm going to have the things set up. As I change things, I'll always have to change them again. But this right now seems pretty good. This will be going away. I'm not going to actually program this because most of this is going to be sent into the system so it can get processed. But for now, it's there. A lot of it is just because I don't have the proper equipment yet to process it. I could send the gold and the iron, but I noticed that late. So we got like the main blocks here. And while I don't need to have every wool dye and block in here, again, like I said, I like how this looks. I like being able to walk up and see all the different things I have and see how many I have. Just, it's cool. You need to have a storage system. Like, even though we don't use the nether to get around, I still think we need a nether hub. But anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to get these hooked up in the system. So we're going to come in, put the interfaces on the back here so that it's all accessible. We can start crafting the items that are in here now instead of having to go access them, as well as putting this stuff in. But first, I need to set up my wireless network. So basically, we're going to be... I had it figured out. I have it written down. Let me see what it is. Let's see. It's 170 blocks, and I was going 45, 45, 45 for 130. Oh, I was taking 20. Okay, so 20 blocks in from the edge is where our first one's going to go. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so we're on this row here. And then in addition, I was going to go 10 in. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Alright, so there's going to be our first spot. And I'm doing this for now just for ease of access as I go through all here. But when we get to the other side, we'll be doing the same thing. And the reason I'm doing this is, like I said, I'm setting up my wireless network. Oops. Okay, so I need to go over here. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our wireless only goes 16 blocks, but when we put in the booster, it goes 32. So having one here and one there means anywhere in this storage thing, I'm going to have access to it. I'm also going to put 2 or 4 inside the pyramid, and then 2 on the other side. So a total of 8 altogether, but that's going to allow me to access my storage system from anywhere in my base. If I find out that I can't do it from higher up, I'll probably run some more stuff and add some there as well. But that's that part. Let me go and show you the different pieces so I can kind of give you an idea, because I won't do this all on camera, but I want to show you what it exactly is that we are doing, and again, the reason for it. So let's head over here. Alrighty. These are the boosters that are going to allow it, so I can put 16 in one, so on top of 16 makes it to 32. Should be 8 of these, or did I only make... My wireless access. I know I made them. There they are. So yeah, there's my 8 wireless access points. And then of course they'll be connected with ME cable and attached with these so that anywhere I'm inside my base I'll be able to click this and access all of my storage. Awesome. Here we go. Import and export bus. No, I want these. Storage bus. And that's how we're going to access all of our barrels. And again, I'm just kind of showing you this real fast to show you what I'm about to be doing. And then I'll actually do it off camera. And let me grab this. We can kill all you guys now. This actually was going to try and do something else earlier. Let's put you back in. Or were you here? Yep, you were there. Okay, gotcha. So I can click on this and it'll tell me what's in there. There we go. So that's how we're going to do this. Let me get this out of the way real fast. And let's see, can I actually reach all the way up from the top? Because if I can, then that saves me from having to build this fake floor I was actually planning on doing. Oops, sorry. Get rid of you for now. Alrighty, so we'll put you in here and we'll leave a spot. Sweet, okay. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is quartz dust. So I'm going to shift left click to get a single quartz dust. Put on my bus, click the bus. Oh, there we go. And we stick that inside there. Now what I've just done is, first off, this is connected to our barrel, so once we route this with the rest of our equipment, it will access what's in the barrel. But because I've done this, I've told the system that any quartz dust I get, I want put in this barrel. So now, anytime I introduce anything into the system, it will go into the barrel, and when I need to craft anything with dust, it's going to pull it out of the barrel. So basically, I've now made this my permanent home, well, until I click it and change it. But that's as easy as it is. So let's get out of here. So I'm trying to figure out exactly everything I'm going to do here to kind of explain, so when I come back I can show you. So access points, and then we're going to put these on there. So this is going to connect all of our storage so far into our system, which is going to go over here. Once I have all of this stuff done here, and I've got my racetrack of my access points done, then I'll come back and then we'll go ahead and do this next part here. So let me take care of this and I will be back in a few. Alright, we are successful. So show this real fast here. I hate when I go to hover. So this actually went rather quickly, but it worked out really well. And actually, we'll go ahead and connect these in here real fast. There we go. That connects it to this line, and then we just do the same thing over here. And then I'll kind of show you underneath as well what we've done. But so far I can't access it yet because we haven't added in the final components. But there's that. Like I said, it goes into all these different areas. If I were to go into here, and we'll just drill straight down. There we go. You can see that is where all of our little connection points are. So 32 are, actually it's like 50 away from here, 50 away from that one, and then runs down to there. And then it's on the other side as well. So right now, everything is run for the baseline. So now what we need to do is find where I popped up. There we go. And we need to go grab a couple new items here. And these are going to finally give us the ability to access everything. And of course I'm going to have to make some more of this ME cable here in a little bit, but we'll get to that in a few. So here we go. And actually I didn't show you, let's go ahead and do some recipes here real fast now that I think about it. Alright, our ME cable, which you just see me running, that's made with redstone and some quartz fiber. Our quartz fiber is made using the quartz dust, which we can get straight from the ground, or by macerating and some different things you can do with quartz, and then some glass, and that's going to give us our quartz fiber. So it's not the cheapest way to do things, but it works. The next thing we were using was these, and that takes the ME cable, this ME interface, So you start getting into multiple things here again. More ME cables, iron, glass, and this conversion matrix. And that was with quartz, the iron again, redstone, and a golden chipset. And that gave us, again, these ME storage buses which we're using. The wireless access point, I'm going to have to look that one up because I'm already out of that. There we go. And that was made with the ME cable, iron, glass, and this wireless receiver, which was made with that quartz fiber we just went over, iron, and an ender pearl. So far that's everything we've used. Now we're going to get into here. So we're going to grab the crafting table, crafting monitor. This is going to allow us to have it actually craft things for us automatically, which is awesome. ME controller, which is the brains of this entire system, and one ME chest. Assembler stuff we're not going to get into quite yet. We'll have a spot for the pattern encoder, and that's everything. Oh yeah, I have 2 chests. There we go. Gotcha. So we'll come over here, and we're going to go ahead and get this set up. And I was wondering too, when I was kind of initially coming up with there, if I wanted to be able to see this ME cable going across, like actually have it, say if we were to run it across like this. So if we were to take our ME controller, which is our first big needed item, and let's say we go with our 2 ME chests on this side. Now I could go like this. See, then you drop in. If I didn't drop in, that would be kind of cool to actually see it, but we do. So we're just going to conceal it, which is fine. The only reason why I considered that is just a little bit saving on some of the resources, but it's not super expensive to do this. So here's a cool thing. As soon as I make this connection here, well, actually not this connection, the connection between this and and the line down there, we're actually going to be able to access all of our chests. That's the cool thing about this system. Actually, there we go. Bring you down. And we're connected. Okay, now I can't go wireless yet because I haven't set that part of this up. But, well, I don't know if this is anywhere I want to be yet. I just wanted to get up here. Alright, so now if we right click this, it tells us what we're doing so far. 34 of our, or 344 of our cables, 112 of those, 8 of, or the interface, 8 of our wireless, and 2 chests. Now you can see we still don't have power to this, so I still can't access any of our stuff yet. And actually I need to do, I think I should be able to look at it from in here, I guess. No, I think I must be missing something else. I may have to get that, but I still need to run my power to here. So let me go get some cable to connect downstairs, and then I will be right back. Alright, so now we're ready to go. And we actually added a couple new, or a new item that we weren't using before. So let's get rid of this real fast. And in its place, we are going to add this, the ME Access Terminal. And what I think I may do, let's just completely rework how we're doing this. So we're going to stick our Access Terminal on this one here, the controller over here, and let's hold off here first because I am going to run our power from here. So let's go ahead and set you here. I need, ooh, you know what? Let's find out. I wonder if I can actually power you straight from an energy tesseract. Alright, so now we're ready to go. Got all the necessary equipment, I think. Alright, so we're going to stick you over here, and I'm going to give it plenty of room to add more redstone energy cells, because as we increase our system, we're probably going to have to increase the input for this. So we'll receive only, again, power 1, and we'll stick right now, we're just going to put the 1 on. You're receiving, there we go, oops. Okay, there we go. Now you're going to be outputting. And do we have you set at 100? Nope. We're going to put the max available because this thing, it may actually even be using it quite a bit off the beginning. Alright, that goes into there. So now, yep. Wow, 200 units. Okay, but that's not even 100 because units actually I think are like 1 MJ. I'm gonna have to look this up, but there's a equation, or not equation, but there's a number for this. The number of units for a single Minecraft joule or for the Industrialcraft. So now, there we go. Now we have access to all the items over there in our barrels. Sweet. Okay. Let's see, just out of curiosity, if this is going negative, then, okay, good. Alright, it's not pulling out more than 100. Well, it can only pull out 100 at a time. And that is definitely able to keep it filled. Alright, so now we can put in our other items. So let's see. Now the pattern encoder is kind of cool because that one doesn't even require being part of the system. That's just a standalone, and it's used so that you can encode all of our recipes into what is going to be coming here shortly. So with that, then we can save ourselves again, because right now we're starting to run a little bit low on some of our our stuff here. So see, we'll put 1, and the reason why we're putting 1 of our ME storage chests here is because we need a place for stuff that doesn't have a home when it enters our system to go. So we'll be making a 64K storage memory thing for that. So let's see. So we got the crafting terminal. I'll stick you over here for the moment. Actually, let me connect you up to the system as well. Just want to make sure everything's connected into the system so we don't have to come back later and fix anything. There you go. And then the crafting monitor. And the crafting monitor is so we can come back later on and take a look at the what's currently queued up and what is crafting and what any materials that might be missing. So let's see. The recipes for these things. Actually, I should probably... Let's see. Crafting terminal. So most of these are going to be similar. Iron. This takes an access terminal, so actually we'll go to the access terminal first. The access terminal, which is how we're looking at our storage system right now, is 2 or 4 iron ingots, the ME cable, that conversion matrix again, and glass. From there, we take one of those along with some glass, iron, and a crafting table with this new item, a storage cell, which is made once again with our golden chipsets, redstone, and quartz. Let's see, you are... The access, okay, no, this is the crafting monitor. Okay, so the crafting monitor is with the actual chipset instead of the other stuff, and the terminal uses a storage cell. 2 similar things. Sorry, if I'm jumping around here, it's like I normally would do this as I'm starting, but I really wanted to get this all in place. Our pattern encoder takes iron ingots around a crafting table with our conversion matrix. The ME chest. This is going to be a fun one because you can set these up in cool ways. It's got the almost the same exact recipe except with the chest, the conversion matrix. But if we open this up, it's got this cool little thing. This is where you put the memory cell, and then you can actually pull the memory cell. All the items disappear because they're on the actual disk. Put in another one anywhere, and it's all there. So I could take my disk with all of the stuff that's in this chest and go over to someone else's house, stick it inside one of their chests, and have access to all my stuff. There's the terminal and the controller. That's the last thing. The ME controller. And you can see almost all of these have a very similar recipe. It's quartz, it's iron, This one actually takes a diamond chipset, which is a little more spendy. But yes, our system is now here. Now, the cool thing, and wait a minute. I need you. Crafting monitor, no. There we go. I am going to stick my wireless access terminal, which is right now currently unlinked. So if I click on this, right-click it, nothing. No signal. But when I stick it in here, I am now linked. So now if I click this, voila, there's everything in my barrels right now. And so now I can pretty much, let's move you over here. That is so awesome. I can now access this from all over the place. We'll come out here. Oh, I can see it out here. See it out here. We'll come over here just for the fun of it. I can see it. Oh, here I don't have signal. There I do. Okay, so I was too far this way. Interesting. Over here. So, and if I find dead spots, I can always go back in and add some more terminals. But yep, inside of here we're good. Let's go up to our power plant. Yep, good to go here. Again, one of the things I was worried about was how high I could use this. So we're up here now. Yep, no signal up here. So I'm going to have to actually run some of my access terminals inside my building up to higher. But for now, at least at ground floor, I can do all this. And here's the cool part now. Let's go over here to... well, actually, no, I don't have any patterns yet. Let's do that real fast. This is the cool part about the system now. Come back over here, and we're going to pick up our blank patterns. Oh, actually, you know what? We can't do that yet because I don't have this yet. So this is coming. But for now, haha, now we're good. So the next thing is this here. And you know what? Let me get a little bit more set up here on some more things, and I'll come back and we're going to start putting this in. But once I put this in, I can actually take my wireless access thing. I can look over here at, say, a block of iron, and if I were to take all my iron out, actually I only have so much. But say I ran out and I wanted more, I could actually, if I take like this, if I take all the gold out, and see it's not there, once I have that in there, it's actually going to show a ghost image to say craft, and I can click on that, and it will actually automatically combine the gold, if I had enough of the ingots, and create blocks. And it's going to do that with all the other recipes. I just have to go in and make patterns for all these things. So anyway, like I said, let me take care of a couple things here real fast, and I will be right back. All right, we are ready to get moving on. A couple things we did here really fast. We now have this storage disk in here, 64K storage. And what that means is I can put 63 item types and basically 65,000 bytes of data. And I've already used a decent amount of it. So they're not super, super chests as much as you would think, considering how expensive they are. And by expensive, I will show you. Alright, so to make the 64K, 3 iron ingots isn't bad, 3 redstone, some glass, but you need a storage cluster. Alright, how do you make a storage cluster? Well, let's see. You need 3 storage blocks and a diamond chipset. Okay, getting a little more. Let's see, what do we need to make a storage block? Well, we need 3 storage segments, so we need 9 storage segments. And basically 4 diamond chipsets already now. Okay. Storage cell. So we need 27 storage cells. 27 golden chipsets, plus the diamond chipsets that we talked about before. So again, we're at 27 storage cells right now. How do I make a storage cell? Well, there we go. So there's 27 plus... It gets crazy because I think it's 27 times... or 27 more golden on top of the golden on the before. So it's almost a stack of golden chipsets. So it takes a long time sitting there at the assembly table. Takes quite a bit of your quartz and stuff. It's expensive, which is why I am a bigger fan of using the barrels, because the barrels are simply 5 logs and a half plank, or a half slab. And then, you stick the little interface on the back. But what these are good for is anything can go in here pretty much. So if I don't have a spot set up over there for something, and we're out of barrels, the system won't take it. It just won't go in. So this is kind of our overflow for stuff that we're not going to keep a regular amount of. And that's going to be mostly for crafting things and stuff. It'll pop into here, so when we go to craft stuff, it'll be right here to grab, or we can do our wireless, obviously. Let's see, something else I just did is I fixed my squeezer problem. What I did is I took another ME chest with like the smallest amount of memory, and I got it feeding up there, connected to the system, feeding into just a wooden chest. And the wooden chest has got placeholders for, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stacks of cobble and 18 stacks of phosphorus. And then we got the emerald pipe coming out, and the emerald pipe is only pulls out in order 2 phosphorus and 1 cobble. So now my system is always getting exactly how much it takes to fill up when one piece or thing of lava is made. So I shouldn't have issues with cobble anymore. Alright, now to the fun part. It's time to craft. So basically, here's how we craft. We start off with our containment wall. The containment wall has to basically be the entire outside of our containment or crafting multi-block. To build that, let's see, we want the ME containment wall. Fine. We'll do it that way. Assembler containment wall, not too bad. 4 gold, 4 iron, and a quartz. Okay. Nice and easy. The innards, because this is the outside frame, the innards is going to be heat vents. And that's going to be the inside of all of these things. And that is made up of, again, most of the same stuff. So we got iron this time, and iron bars, and then 1 cable. That one's pretty easy. Again, not too expensive. Crafting CPU. This is important. And I'm probably going to end up needing to make more of these. But a crafting CPU is made with iron, 2 quartz, a diamond chipset, and glowstone dust. What it does is every one of these, I think it allows you to create 1 more item per tick, or every 3 ticks or something. It's a formula for that. But basically, the more of these you have inside of here, the faster and more items it can create when you're basically telling it to do something. So important. And then the pattern provider is where it holds all of our patterns. Obvious. That is with the iron ingots, one of those storage cells we looked at earlier, as well as 2 of the conversion matrix, and a redstone diamond chipset with the crafting table. So those are all the pieces we need. So what we're doing here on this one, and I am probably going to have to go make some more stuff, because I'm trying, now that I'm thinking about this. Let's see, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because I think I was when I initially was coming up with these numbers, I may have been thinking of wanting more. 1, 2, 3. Because I may have gone down 1, 2 deep. We'll see. That leaves me with 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I am going to be too short on these. So, well, we'll get to those in a sec. Let's find out exactly how much of everything else I need, because I decided I want to make this a lot bigger now that I have more resources. It's not the issue that it was initially when I was first designing this. And actually, while we have the availability to it, there we go. So that's where we're going to connect. And I think it can connect anywhere. We'll find out. If I have to, I can always come down and drop it down, but I'm pretty sure it can connect anywhere on the multi-block. Like it's not specific to like a certain part of the multi-block. So here we go. It's not connecting yet, and it probably can't connect because we haven't completed the multi-block yet. Alright, so let's see, we still need Oops. How many of these? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we still need four more of each. That's no biggie. And then we have room for 3 times 1, 2, 3. So room for 9? 6? Oh, 9. 6 times 3, 18. Okay, and I've only got 12, so I have room. So I'm probably going to keep the 6 pattern providers, but what we'll do is we'll make 6 more of the crafting CPUs. So let me do that really fast, and then I will be right back. Alright, so we are ready to go again. So we will start off by first finishing up our corners and edges. Then we'll go ahead and throw in the rest of our heat vents. Alright, and we can throw these anywhere. It doesn't actually matter where in the setup it actually is. Oh, and I just realized I still need 6 more heat vents. That's alright. If you look over here, when you click them, it's got this thing for the pattern provider. As soon as I make the rest of my heat vents here, this will change, and then when we click it, we'll actually have to build a page through it. So, be right back. Alright, and we're done. And that, the crafting with this system is so easy. Like, okay, I need iron. Okay, we'll get a stack of iron. I need some, well, we need some redstone. All done with it instead of having it in my inventory. There we go. It's all back in there again. I love this system. Alright, so as soon as I set this third one, it's going to poof. Now we have access to this. And you can see we have 6 pages. So as we fill it up with our different recipes, it will fill these up here. And we can see now, hopefully, that this system is in here. Again, if it isn't, let's go down and make sure. Because if it didn't connect here... It did. Okay, good. It looks like it's connected. Okay, so I just wanted to make sure. If not, we could always put it back down. But for the looks of it right now, we are good. So now what we get to do is we need to put in a recipe and show how it works. So I think I left those over here. Old habits are so hard to break. You know, I should just, you know, throw everything inside the system so I have access to it. But I was over here when I was putting the stuff together. So here's where everything is. All right, blank patterns. Alright, so we're going to go over here and we're going to do 2 things. There's 2 things we can do. One is to create the pattern, and then another is to copy a pattern. So we can take our pattern encoder with us, go to spawn, and basically copy all the patterns that currently are being used in spawn, which is cool. Or we can make our own. So let's see. The first thing we want to do... what's an easy one that we can make here real fast? Alright, we got cobble. So we're going to take out some cobble and do the just good old-fashioned furnace. There we go. So we put in our encoder, hit encode, there it goes. We have an ME encoded assembler pattern, crafts 1 furnace with 8 cobblestone. Sweet. So we'll go ahead and put you inside of here, and now you can see if I hit the shift button, it actually shows what the item that crafts is. So now... when I click on my terminal, if I move down here, eventually I should find where the furnace is. There it is. See how it says craft? It's because I don't have any yet. I can also come down here. We have stored and we have craftable items. So right now this is sorted items. This is craftable. So if I click on here, I get this opened up here. Now I can say, well, you know what? I'm going to make 3 furnaces. Click on begin. So now we just have to wait for the items, and right now it still says it because we're in the crafter. So if we go over to view and go back to the bottom, there we are. We have 3 furnaces. That is awesome. And that's how the crafting system works. So all we have to do is put in the recipe in here, and as long as it just takes a crafting workbench, you can basically craft it anywhere. Now where it starts to get fun though is what we'll be working on in our next episode. And that is back here. We'll head over here real fast because we're about to wrap this one up. Because this is definitely, we're getting longer episodes again, but we're getting a lot done. Alright, so over here, we see that we have this set up here. Now, when I basically hook all this up, we know for a fact that if I take and put in iron dust in here, and it smelts it, we're going to get an iron ingot. Now, ME system doesn't know that. So what we do is we put an ME interface on the back of this, or I'm sorry, on the top of this, as opposed to the hopper and the system we've been doing before. And then inside that ME, we're actually going to put in the recipe. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to tell the system how this works. So, and what we'll do is I'll show you this real fast without the dust. We'll just use like a straight up, like if we were going to smelt some ore, because we have all those items here right now. But basically, if we went into our system and say we took out iron ore, so 1 iron ore gives us 1 iron ingot. Now careful what you do, because if you put in a stack of iron ore and a stack of iron ingots like in your inventory, and when you go over here to do the recipe you actually stick a stack in here, it's going to do it a stack at a time, which may be what you want, but best to just do it the proper way. So when you tell it you want 50 iron ingots, you don't get 50 stacks of iron ingots. So we stick this in the encoder. Now remember before it automatically put the recipe. There is no recipe for an iron ore. It doesn't know. So we take our iron ingot. We are now telling it that if we put an iron ore into the system, we're going to get an iron ingot out. Stick that in there, encode. There we go. Now it's good to go. Now if we were to stick the interface on the back of one of those and put this pattern inside the interface, when we click and tell it we want ingots, it'll actually send iron ore into there, the exact number we asked for, and we'll get the iron ingots into the system. So this system works awesome, and what's coming up is going to be really cool, because I spent a lot of time working out all the interfaces, the directions, where things have to connect, how they connect to get it, so we can pretty much craft everything in all these mods from our wireless terminal. Poof. As long as I'm in range, I can click on it, tell it I want to be able to craft, and here's my list of crafting items, and there we go. It's going to take a bit, but this is going to be awesome. I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to this. So anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. I know we had talked about like setting up some of the processing, but I know that we're actually getting kind of long, so this one was more about storage. I will continue to work on storage, but I will do that off camera from now on. This was just the basic initial setup of it. And also, if you see over here now, we've got, this is how we actually send stuff into the system now. Got an item tesseract, so we can use this, go on query output, pumping it into this chest. And then on the back of here we have a, no, we don't have we have this, an ME import bus. It's saying right now move stacks of items. So pretty much if an item drops into here, like say this cobblestone, poof, it's gone. It's in the system now. It just takes it out that fast. So all of our stuff coming in from here is just going to get imported into the system and dealt with however we tell it how to do it. So that's kind of cool. And we can take imports from other places. Like right now, this is actually taking import, or the stuff from my phosphor cobble. So it's taking the cobble generator up top, and the phosphorus coming out of our centrifuge is up there. So, and put it into the system so it can go over to our squeezers to make our lava. So anyway, that's where we are. That's what we've done, and that's kind of the direction we're heading. So like I said, this is really cool. I'm excited how this is all working out. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.